Chapter 16. The Masked Truth. The mansion's chamber pulsed with candlelight. A golden haze that danced across velvet and flesh, the air thick with musk, and the low thrum of chants. Zephyra Seraphina Locke stood amid the sway, her black slip dress clinging to her curvaceous frame, her ebony skin glistening with a sheen of sweat and desire. The coal locket gleamed against her chest, its cool weight a steady pulse, but her almond-shaped eyes, dark chocolate, molten with a sharpening edge, darted through the masked figures searching. Naya's haunted face, glimpsed through that creaking door, had snapped the ritual's spell, and at 28, her throne was no longer just hers to reclaim, it was a lens to see through. She'd slipped the camera from her jacket. Liam's vintage beast smuggled past Maya's blindfold, and now it hung at her hip, a secret tethered to her resolve. Her crimson lips parted, her breath mingling with the moans as she swayed, hands brushing her arms, lips grazing her throat. Strangers' touches she let linger, her body a mask of surrender. But her mind raced, her drawl a silent vow. "I'll find you, Naya." The ritual's ecstasy had awakened her, a primal power she'd tasted, but Naya's hollow eyes pulled her deeper, a thread unravelling the velvet curtain. She caught Maya's gaze, coal-lined, glinting with hunger, and leaned close, her voice a husky thread beneath the chants. "Bathroom break," she lied, slipping free, her boots clicking on the hardwood as she wove through the crowd. A shadowed corridor beckoned, its walls draped in crimson, and she followed it, the camera's weight a comfort against her hip. The chants faded, replaced by a murmur, harsh, clipped, and she pressed against a door, its wood cool under her fingers, peering through a crack. Nia stood there, her shy frame dwarfed by a locked wing, her hazel eyes wide as she served drinks to two men, masked, their voices a growl. "Shipment set. 3 more tomorrow," one barked, and Nia flinched, her tray trembling. Zephyra's pulse spiked, the coal locket thudding heavier, a pendulum ticking between shock and rage. "Shipment?" The word clawed at her, a truth darker than the ritual's haze, and she lifted the camera, snapping through the crack. Masked figures frozen mid-snarl, Nia's fear etched in shadow. Click, click. Each shot a weapon, her lens a shield. The door creaked louder, and she ducked back, her breath hitching as footsteps neared. She slipped down the hall, her slip dress catching on a nail, tearing a whisper of fabric, and found Naya alone by a velvet curtain, her tray abandoned. "Nia," Zephyra whispered, her drawl urgent, and the girl spun, hazel eyes flooding with tears. "Miss Zeph, you shouldn't—" Her voice broke, and Zephyra pulled her close, her hands firm on trembling shoulders. "What's happening here?" "They trapped me," Naya sobbed, her words a rush. "Took my passport, said I'd work off a debt. I can't leave." Zephyra's chest tightened, the coal locket a cold burn, and her mind spun. Trafficking, a ring cloaked in the society's decadence, a betrayal deeper than Elena's prince. "Get me out," Naya pleaded, clutching her hand, her fear piercing Zephyra's haze of arousal, and she nodded, her voice a growl. "I will, darling. I swear it." Footsteps echoed, heavy, deliberate, and Zephyra pushed Nia back, her drawl sharp. "Hide. Now." Naya vanished behind the curtain, and Zephyra turned, camera tucked under her jacket, her poise a mask as a man loomed, tall, cold-eyed, his mask gone, his voice a snarl. "Lost, are we?" She tilted her chin, crimson lips curving. "Just exploring," she purred, her sensuality a shield, and he stepped back, unconvinced but distracted. She slipped past, her boots silent, the photos a weight in her mind, evidence, a fight she'd wage. The chamber's heat swallowed her again, Maya's arms pulling her close, her velvet voice soothing. "Where'd you go?" Zephyra smiled, her drawl steady. "Needed air." But her eyes burned, Nia's truth afire beneath the ecstasy, and at 28 her narrative shifted, a queen not just of sensuality, but of justice, her lens a sword against the masked shadows.